Tonight on ABC 10, we're going to hear from the Cleveland women who were taken off the streets as teenagers and held captive for a decade.
This is a story that is near and dear to 10 News reporter Dan Haggerty, who lived in Cleveland for those years while the community searched for Amanda Berry and Gina DeJesus. Dan?
Well, you know, this is a word, miracle, that I don't like to use very often. So I'll just say this is probably the most unlikely thing I've ever experienced in my life. Now, no prompter or anything for this. You know, I lived through this with this community for years. I wasn't there when they were first disappeared, but I showed up shortly after, and we covered this story every single year, every anniversary of their disappearance, every birthday they had. Anytime anyone was kidnapped or there was an attempted abduction, I mean, think about how many times you see that on the news. We revisited this. We talked to their family. We talked to their friends. You know, anybody who says to you in that town that they thought those girls were nearby, well, they're lying. Anybody who told you they thought they were still alive are probably lying. And I will tell you that when I heard Amanda Berry's voice on that 911 call after she escaped, for me, it was like hearing a voice from the grave.
Hello, please. Help me, I'm Amanda Berry.
You need police, fire, or ambulance?
I need police.
Okay, and what's going on there?
I've been kidnapped and I've been missing for 10 years and I'm here, I'm free now.
No one in the public had heard Amanda Berry's voice for those 10 years, since before her missing posters went up in Cleveland and her family started doing interviews.
It's been a hard week and it's getting harder.
But none of our stories brought her home. The posters wilted away and the investigation started fading too.
Cleveland police say it's unlikely Amanda is still in the Cleveland area.
Then it happened again. Another teenager, Gina DeJesus, disappeared in the same part of town.
Continue to pray, continue to take out the flyers, and hopefully we're going to get Gina back very, very soon.
The community pulled together, kept looking, but months turned into years.
Dan Haggerty is there. Dan, difficult to believe that a teenager can just vanish.
Yeah, it's almost like she did just vanish. But we know that that isn't what happened. People don't just disappear. Somebody saw something.
I covered vigil after vigil there, and all the while, both girls were just a mile away, trapped and chained by a monster, Ariel Castro, surviving for a decade before breaking out and prepared now to tell it all to Robin Roberts, including raising a little girl fathered by the man who stole them from their families.
What was it like for you, Amanda, when you looked in her eyes for the first time?
It was amazing because she was so quiet. And she was just the most beautiful thing.
And, you know, just like any major news event or news story that you witness in your life, I remember exactly where I was when I heard about this, when I found out about it. I was actually in the Live Center where I typically am during this time of day. And my wife approached me, who is our troubleshooter, Kristen Severance. A lot of people might not know that. And she said, "Did you hear what happened?" And I could tell it was serious. I said, "What?" She said, "They found Gina DeJesus and Amanda Berry." And my first reaction was relief. I felt like they had some closure for this family until she looked at me and said, "Alive." Oh. I nearly fell to the ground. I'm not exaggerating. I lost, my knees got weak. I had to sit down. It was absolutely insane to me.
I remember both of you, your jaws basically dropped. You cover the vigil year after year. We heard the reporter saying in the story there, it's unlikely police think that they're in the area. Were you shocked to learn they were less than a mile away? You
know, not just shocked, but I think that's probably one of the things that, you know, when you have these two girls that everybody is looking for all that time, it might keep them up at night a little bit to know that while they were searching, they were kind of right under the nose.
Yeah, incredible to hear your perspective, Dan.
You know, I can't wait to see the piece tonight.
Yeah,
It's going to be
looking
good.
forward to it. And you can watch the entire interview tonight on 2020 at 10 o'clock right here on ABC 10. It is followed by 10 News at 11.